Welcome to another episode on our channel. I got this figure a day or two ago. I haven't opened it. I wanted to do the opening here. It's a Fife and Drum figure, redcoat, a British redcoat from way back when. I don't know when it came out, but I'll be able to see what year when I can look at the art box. But the problem with this thing, well, I don't know for sure if it's a problem yet, but this is very thin plastic. There's no bubble wrap that I can feel. It's taped with masking tape, and no bubble wrap. The box I already feel is really it's damaged. The only thing I can hope is that there's a box in a box, and the box I'm feeling is the outer box. But I guess we'll find out. It's a postal box, actually. If there's wrapping or bubble wrap on the inside, then all is good. Yeah, you can you can see how damaged it is here. And this is what I was feeling. Yeah, I was feeling all these dings because he taped over the open. You know where you're supposed to rip it open? He taped over that part. I speechless. This is a Fife and Drum figure, and you can see there's a ton of damage here, a ton of damage. 2004, so it is 20 years old. You can, yeah, it's wounded. I like to say that sometimes. It is definitely a wounded box. I cannot believe this. I can't get this thing out.
Wires on the back.
Oh, it's on the back. Oh. I kept thinking, this thing's not coming out. I haven't seen one of these in a while. That's a lot of work just to get one guy out of a box. Sideshow did have World War I figures, and then Dragon and Dreams came along and made World War I figures. I think they did a fantastic job. At the time, Sideshow was the best, but Dragon and Dreams outdid them. But no one has thought about doing the Revolutionary War figures, and that's a shame. So this is, other than Hasbro, you're probably not going to get anything really cool looking. I was so focused on the dings and the scratches on the box that I failed to notice the 3 pieces of tape here that are holding this piece to the box. So the box was not in perfect shape, but it is part of history. 2004, I said, right? So 20 years old. Yeah. So here's our Fife and Drum British redcoat soldier. So he comes with boots, and he's got these gaiters over his feet, which are kind of ragged, socks, knee-high pants. He's got the red coat jacket. He's got this bag that no doubt held the ammunition for his musket. Obviously, he has a musket. And he has a scabbard here and a bayonet. And the bayonet does come out and does go on the musket. On the back, and you'll see it in a bit, he has a bedroll and a canteen. He has another bag maybe this held the food, and the bag on his hip actually held the ammunition. I'm thinking, because this is more of a canvas type of situation. So he's looking pretty good for being 20 years old in 1/6 scale age timelines. Was that 100 years for a human? I don't know. Anyway, we'll pause and get him on a turn tray so we can see him from all sides. So again, 2004, this is a Sideshow figure from the Fife and Drum Collection. I wish another toy maker or Sideshow would come out with more updated forms for the Revolutionary War. I do have some clothing on the way for the American side, and I do believe they were advertised as Sideshow clothing material. So I'll customize that figure freely and put him beside this guy. Actually, I'll probably use a different body, a different head. I think I'll repaint the musket and I don't know, maybe add some more things to it. We'll see. But for what it was, they did a great job back then. This was pretty darn good for way back when. So we'll go around and you can see him from different angles. There's that canvas bag. And I'm thinking that held food. The bayonet and scabbard are underneath that. You can see the scabbard here. He's got a canteen here. He's got his bedroll here. And this pouch, I'm sure, held the ammunition material for loading the musket and firing it. So he's looking pretty darn regal. So the British were primarily red and the Americans were primarily blue. So yeah. We'll pause and get a close-up from here on up and then a tight close-up of his face. So you can see a few more details now with our guy. We were just talking about the Beatles. How we showed the Beatles the other day. And I was thinking, you know, I wish somebody would make the Monkees, where you have Mickey, Mike, Peter, and Davy. They were a popular American singing group, minus Davy, who was British, with their own TV series and so forth. Those would be neat figures to have. Nobody's ever thought of making those guys. That would be history too. So we would have the Beatles, we have the British redcoat, and I'll have eventually the American counterpart, and the Beatles, and then the American counterpart, the Monkees. That would be so cool. Anyway, we'll get a close-up of his face now. We are back, and we'll just do side to side here. There's the curls in the hair and a ponytail in the back. Long hair would be appropriate for the Beatles too in their later years. And there you go. So I'm going to customize this British redcoat soldier when I get the American counterpart clothing and weapon. I'll customize that figure and bring him back as customized too, because I want to change the head sculpt and put him on a body where the arms aren't as long as this one is, and maybe repaint the musket to give it a more realistic look. So Yeah, 6th Regiment of Feet from the Fife and Drum Collection. I hope you've liked what you've seen. If you have, consider giving us a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. In the meantime, everyone, please have a great day.